Hello, welcome, and namaste. This is Moksha Mukti Apollo going live to talk to you regarding your life experiences that you're experiencing now. So, right now, Moksha Mukti would like you to share this live feed into different spiritual groups. By sharing, you have an opportunity to create this live meeting dynamic, spontaneous, energetic, and interactive. Because more people come in, more people will ask questions and make this session lively and dynamic. Request a personal meeting with Moksha Mukti, and those of you who have participate in the personal meeting with Moksha Mukti have been telling that personal meeting with Moksha Mukti is worth it, and Moksha Mukti would like to meet with personally. So you can go to Moksha Mukti Apollo's website and request a personal meeting with him. And there is no particular topic that Moksha Mukti would like to discuss with you today. This simply is happening spontaneously. So whatever experiencing that you're experiencing now, based upon that experiencing, ask him questions and he'll speak regarding to that, pertaining to that. So yeah, there are spiritual groups like Namaste, Light Workers of the World, and Awakening, Enlightenment, Soul, Spiritualism, Spiritual Pathways, and so on and so forth. So please go and share into those spiritual groups. And by sharing, not only you will bring more people here to participate to make this session lively and dynamic and interactive, you also have an opportunity to win a personal meeting with Moksha Mukti. And those of you who have already been with Moksha Mukti personally in a personal meeting, you know what it's like to go deeper, to experience who you really are, to recognize who you really are, and to experience your natural state of being. Because ultimately you have the power within you to cure all the stigma, cure all the illness, cure all the problems, cure all the anxiety, sadness, loneliness, depression, anger, anything and everything. You have the power within you, and meeting with Moksha Mukti, you have an opportunity to see that, experience that, and recognize that. And I will start reading your comments shortly. So I haven't begun to reading your comments because right now Moksha Mukti would like you to go and share into different spiritual groups. Share on your wall, share with your friends, share with your relatives, share with your acquaintances, share on your spiritual groups, share in any groups that is pertaining to life, love, happiness, sadness, loneliness, anxiety, and so on and so forth. Because this is pertaining to the life. This is pertaining to the life. This is not spiritualism. This is not religion, although you may say this is spiritual. This is not religion. This is about life experiencing, life experiences that you're experiencing now. You see, whatever you're experiencing, and ask him questions pertaining to your life experience, and not general questions like, why are there any aliens on the planet? Are there any aliens in this space? Or some general question. Moksha Mukti is not interested in general questions. He is interested in questions pertaining to your life experiences that you're experiencing now. Ask him questions. and he will also open the phone line, and he will share the phone number on the comment section, and you can call him directly and talk to Moksha Mukti, and you have this opportunity to talk to Moksha Mukti right here live, you see. So you can talk to him via phone if you're in the US. If you're out of the country, out of US, it may be a little cost for you to call that number, or Moksha Mukti will share his Skype ID, and you can call Skype. It's not going to cost you anything, and talk to Moksha Mukti. You see, you have all these options available to you. Why not use it? You see, and I will start reading your comments shortly. So I'm going to give a few minutes to people to join, people to participate. So okay, now I'm going to start reading your comments. Let's see right here on the phone. So okay, now I'm going to start reading your comments. And there is Sherry. Hello Sherry, namaste. I hope you have a fabulous weekend. Thanks for joining. Namaste. Martin says, hey, namaste, how are you today? I am well, Martin. Namaste, how are you? Martin says, is it possible to block out all pain because it's all in the mind? Well, Martin, there's two types of pain. One is physiological pain that you cannot avoid. It is going to be there in the body, just like when you cut something. The pain is going to be there because that is a sensation that's going to be there. Now, the second type of the pain is it exaggerated by the thinking. Physiological pain is there in the body, and when that happens, thinking kicks in, and thinking exaggerates the pain and makes you more painful. You can get rid of that pain, psychological pain, but the physiological pain is actually sensation. You cannot get rid of that because that is there in the body. That's a sensation experienced. But you can avoid the psychological pain that is coming from your thinking, and that is possible. Tabula says, hi Moksha. Hey Tabula, nice to see you. Yeah, so today, please, like I said earlier, share. And Martin, I know Sherry been sharing to all the big groups, and Sherry, be mindful. You only want to share once a week to big groups like light workers and namaste, but other people like Martin, Tabula, or those over here, you are welcome to go and share into namaste, light workers, big groups. And when you go, we want people to come to this session and ask questions. And when you ask questions, this session will be dynamic. So Martin, I don't know if you are a member of light workers, but I know you're a member of namaste, so please go and share. When you share, the more people join in, ask questions. Torre Album says, this is new for me. Who are you? Torre, how are you? Nice to see you. Nice to have you on this Moksha Mukti live session. I am Moksha Mukti. If you don't know who is Moksha Mukti, simply go and type Moksha Mukti Apollo Googles and go into his WordPress page or go into his Quantum Plexus page and see who is Moksha Mukti. Yeah, thank you, Sherry. I don't want you to jeopardize your membership to those groups. Like large group like Namaste, they only want you to share once a week for same person. And light worker also, they're also coming out with the new rules. So I don't want you to jeopardize your membership. But you can go and share into smaller groups, Sherry. Casey Mills says, is there a way to view aura? Perhaps, Casey, I think you can see aura, people's aura. But what Moksha Mukti is doing here is taking your questions about life experiences, your experiences. Chris Flanagan is here, says Namaste. Namaste, Chris. Nice to see you again. How are you? And where is your brother, Chris Pierce? Every time you are here, the Chris Pierce is here with you. So he's not here. So and I'm going to call the number. If anyone interested calling and talking to Moksha Mukti.
Welcome. This service is provided by freeconferencecall.com. Please enter your access code followed by the pound or hash sign. You entered 7-1. If this is correct, press 1. To re-enter your access code, press 2. Please enter your access code followed by the pound or hash sign.
Oh, what's the...
Your input is invalid. If this is correct, press 1. To re-enter please enter your access code followed by the pound or hash sign. You entered 7366686. If this is correct, press 1. You are the only participant.
So yeah, the phone line is going on right now, and I've shared Moksha Mukti's webpage here, so you can go and take a look at that. Chris says, due to my lucid dreams, anything to do with my recent awakenings. When the attention is given to your observing, it's possible that the distraction, thinking that is causing you the distraction, is lessened, or weaken and observe, more observing is going on. Maybe it's allowing you to see your dreams vividly, because you are no longer thinking. That's possible. Thank you for asking questions. Because you ask questions, this session is going to be dynamic, interactive. And phone line is going on. You can call the number and talk to Moksha Mukti directly. Vivian says, Namaste, my dear friend. Glad to see you. Namaste, Vivian. Thanks for joining today. How are you? I hope you had a fabulous weekend. Winnie Mugambi says, how do I awaken my healing abilities? Winnie, everyone has healing abilities to heal yourself and to heal others. Healing yourself and healing others happens naturally. You cannot force that. Healing yourself happens. Moksha Mukti calls it quantum healing. When you are experiences your direct connectedness, that you are connected to the source now. And that direct experience or the recognition allows you to heal instantly. Heal your stigma instantly. And when you experience that through this natural expression, others will be healed naturally. Because here is happening to Moksha Mukti. He is connected to the source. He is experiencing that connectedness now. He is experiencing that, recognizing that connected now. Because of this recognition happen, those of you coming here without even advertising, without even telling the world, hey, world, come to Moksha Mukti gathering, he'll heal you. He will never say that. However, by coming here, you are naturally healed. Whatever pain you came here with, majority people tell Moksha Mukti, hey, when I come in here, my pain is relieved. I am no longer in pain. You're welcome, Chris. And that's what happens into personal meeting. You can request a personal meeting with Moksha Mukti. When you meet with Moksha Mukti personally, yes, you have opportunity to connect yourself, experience that connectedness, recognize the connectedness. And when you recognize that your stigma falls off, your so-called illness falls off, because majority of your illness, majority of sickness, majority of that is stemming from your thinking. When you don't give attention to that thinking, and that's what Moksha Mukti is pointing here. That's what Moksha Mukti points during the intensive session. That's what Moksha Mukti points during intensive retreat sessions and personal meetings and other retreats. And intensive retreat is only for Sacred Sentinel. Right now, Sacred Sentinel group is full. However, you can be on the waiting list and fulfill requirements. When you fulfill requirements, Moksha Mukti will invite you to join that group. And of course, you can request a personal meeting. Rebecca is here. Says namaste. Namaste, Rebecca. Nice to see you. Hang on one second. I'm just gonna charge my phone here. Unplug this and plug this in here so I can charge my phone. Other than Sherry, if you are a member of groups like Namaste or Light Workers of the World, you can go and share this live feed. Simply copy and paste this link and share into those groups. By sharing, you have an opportunity to win something, a personal meeting with Moksha Mukti, and also you will bring in more people for them to ask questions to make the session dynamic, lively, and interactive. Feel free to share this session so people can come in and ask questions. Otherwise, it's going to be boring for you, some of you. There's nothing to talk about, nothing to speak. Your questions, comments, concerns, pushing Moksha with his button for him to speak. Rebecca says, why are humans jealous of one another? That is a general question, Rebecca. General question coming from the assumption. You are assuming someone is jealous right now. Who is that jealous? Who is that being jealous now that you know? Speak about present moment. Speak about your experiences. But jealousy happens. Jealousy is in the body, physiological level. It is there in a physiological level. Jealousy is energy in the body to express the limitation. Because you have something, I don't have something. You have something, I don't have something. I have something, you don't have something. And body expresses that expression of limitation. There is a reason for you to have something, not for me to have something. And there is a reason for me to have something and not to have something. Because the universe is dancing. In this dancing, everything is dancing. And to express that limitation, jealousy is in the body. That is natural. But when the jealousy starts kicking in into your thoughts, into your thinking, that thinking exaggerates the energy of jealousy and actually wants to get rid of it from the body because it doesn't like that sensation of jealousy. Mind doesn't like it. Mind is like a baby. Mind is just like a baby. It likes sensuality. And when it doesn't like something, it's going to cry. And that cry causes the friction, and that friction causes that jealousy to exaggerate for even you to take action. Unnecessary action, just like a baby, just like a child, the mind takes action and causes all sorts of unnecessary actions, exaggerated reactions. Vivian says, ever since my intensive session, my creativity has peaked. Why? See, all humans on the planet, Vivian, are carrying this stigma. If you go to the eye doctor, they'll tell you you have stigma, therefore you need to wear prescription glasses. If you go to a doctor, they'll tell you you have stigma, therefore you need to take pills. If you go to a psychologist, they'll tell you you have a stigma, therefore you need to do this. If you go to any expert, they'll tell you you have stigma, so you need to do this. Because of that believing you need this, the steps that stored in the memory, you see, that has hindered your creativity, that has hindered your stigma, that itself has created stigma in you, that itself has diluted yourself. Therefore, Moksha Mukti does the intensive session for you to put your attention to yourself and recognize who you are. When you recognize who you are, all these illusions, delusions, all this conditioning, it's possible for you to see that, and it's possible for you to dissolve that. And when that dissolve, when such illusions dissolves, that's who you naturally are, and that's your creativity, and that's who you are, and of course that's what your creativity peaked. Hey, by the way, there's only I only see 3 of you here. Of anyone or any other spiritual groups, please go and share so people can come in and ask questions. Right now there are only 3 of you. It's okay, there is no problem. Even there's one person listening, there's no problem. If no one is listening, there's no problem, but this session will become dynamic when there are other people joining in, asking questions. So Vivian is a sacred sentinel. She is a sacred sentinel, and because she is a sacred sentinel apprentice, she is in the privileged group of people selected, invited by Moksha Mukti. So she gets to participate in the intensive session, and she participated in this intensive session, and she stated in her testimony that because after the participation in the session, her creativity peaked because she is a creative person. She does this handmade other things. So she states that her creativity peaked because all your life, all humans, you are carrying stigma arising from the conditioning imposed upon you by society and your thinking. Because of conditioning and thinking, you have stigma, you have illness, you have weakness, you have diseases, you have tiredness, exhaustion because of that thinking and the condition. And intensive session and regular session and meeting with personal meeting with Moksha Mukti. Moksha Mukti is pointing you to something, allows you to fall that stigma, allows you to fall that illness, allows you to heal the sickness, allows you to heal that disease. Moksha Mukti is not healing, you are healing. Moksha Mukti is only pointing, and that is available to you in the personal meeting, intensive session, so on and so forth. Martin says, do you believe in demons or angels? Martin, both demons and angels are there within you. No one can only possess angels, no one can only possess demons. Both of them are present in your consciousness, in your thinking. Both angel. If there are no angels, demons do not exist. If there are no demons, angels do not exist. If angel exists, demons also exist. If demon exists, angels also exist. Both has to be present in your functionality. You see. But in the reality, there are neither. But in thinking, in that level, yes, there has to be both. And you may be hiding all the demons, and you may only be presenting or expressing your angels, or you may be hiding all the angels and expressing and presenting all the demons, depending on all your interpretation. This is depending on all your expression. Thank you for asking questions. Because you ask questions, this session is going to be dynamic. Therefore, Moksha Mukti wants you to go and share into group like Namaste, share into group like Light Workers of the World, share into any spiritual groups. By sharing, that is caring, allows people to join and ask questions, and this session is going to be dynamic. And thank you for your questions, thank you for your statements. Because of that, it pushes Moksha Mukti button for him to speak. Otherwise, he doesn't need to speak. thirsty. Mouth is kind of dry. So I'm gonna say this mantra. Allows you to fulfill your thirst and hunger. Kanta kupe shup vipashi nivirti. Kanta kupe shup vipashi nivirti. No one is sharing into any groups today, huh? Feel free to share. By sharing, you have an opportunity to win a personal meeting, as well as bringing more people for them to ask questions. Thank you, Vivian. Hey, Vivian, you can also share into Namaste group, Light Workers group. I think you are members of both. You can share into those spiritual groups and express and spread the love. Spread the love that you receive from Moksha Mukti. This is love expressing, loving expression of the existence. You can also spread. And today is trick or treat. So I gotta take my daughter to trick or treating. Just like what you share on your wall, you can copy and paste. See, I can show you, Vivian. See right here. Right here, there is a button called share. See right there is a button called share. You push that button, share. What happens when you push that button? Something like that appears. And you can copy link. Just press the copy link. Then copy it. And you can go into there is a 3 lines right here. Yeah, 3 lines there. See that 3 lines? And when you click the 3 lines, the groups will appear. And you click on the groups. All the groups appear. And you simply go there and there's a, you just click on this button right here. Clicking there and write something and tap and paste it. There's a black button right here. Simply paste, link appears and post it. See? And now that's shared into that group. Little FYI. Little FYI. So while you're sharing, Moksha Mukti is gonna get some water down there. So just bear with me, and I will be right back. And I am going to be right back. Right back, and I get some water. So while you share, so hope you shared for people to join in. So they have questions for Moksha Mukti, so he can speak regarding that. We have Mavis live here. Hey Mavis, nice to see you. How are you? Thanks for joining. Because of your questions, allows Moksha Mukti to speak. Otherwise, he doesn't need to speak. No one has any questions? Mavis says, I am okay. Okay, Mavis. Eulalia says, hello, namaste. Namaste, Eulalia. How are you? How are everyone doing today? Did you all have a fabulous weekend? How are you experiencing now? Please share into different spiritual groups, Namaste, light workers, and other spiritual groups, so people can join in and ask questions. And because of your questions, Moksha Mukti is speaking. Laura Yo says, hello. Hello, Laura. How are you? Nice to see you. Laura says, hope you are well. So glad to be here. Well, glad you are here, Laura. And I'm well. Thank you for asking. Hope you are also well. And simply ask questions about life experiences, and Moksha Mukti shall speak regarding that. And thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing. Laura, when you share, this gives the opportunity for other people to receive the blessings. If you receive blessings, share with others. And when you share with others, you will receive whatever you share, 10 times will come back to you. Tenfold. It's a law of karma. What goes around comes around. You've heard that before. And the phone line is going on right now. And if you have called, simply let Moksha Mukti know, hey Moksha Mukti, I have called. Because I'm not hearing the sound on the phone, because it picks up, microphone picks up. And when I go and upload on YouTube, they'll say, hey, you have something that is copyrighted, the music is copyrighted. And all the Moksha Mukti talks are original, there's nothing copyrighted, but the music is copyrighted, and the YouTube will say, hey, you have something copyrighted. Therefore, the sound is muted. So if you call, just put a comment, hey, Moksha Mukti, I've called, I'm on the phone. And thank you for sharing. When you share, when you receive something from here, share to others, and you will receive tenfold. Whatever you share, you will receive tenfold. And your questions, comment, concern, pushing Moksha Mukti's button for him to speak. Rebecca says, I am learning about all of this, and I hear people talk about, oh, it is your karma. Well, let me just pointing out what that line says. Moksha Mukti is talking about karma that you're doing in this life. Everything that you do now has direct effect on you, whether you know it or not, through thinking level. In a thinking level, you are bound by your karma. Two-way. By thinking, by taking action here, and the other karma is speaking about past life karma is coming from a DNA that you have no control over. However, what Moksha Mukti is pointing to you, you can be independent from those both karma here. And that's what we're doing here. That's what Moksha Mukti is pointing you see. And through his intensive session, through this regular session, through his personal meeting, you see, he's pointing you to allow you to be free from karma, any karma, past life karma or the karma that you're doing right now. But Moksha Mukti just spoke is about the karma now. When you share this love, when you share with others, 10 times will come in. That's a karma. You're sharing good deed. You see, you receive something here, you share, and you will get tenfold. That is instant karma. The karma now, but the karma from the past life is coming from your DNA. You have no control over that because that's already done in the past. However, what Moksha Mukti pointing out here in the intensive session, and the personal meeting allows you to free from that karma. Eulalia says, can you please talk about karma? What can we do to accelerate getting rid of all karma? Well, that's what Moksha Mukti is saying, Eulalia. All the stuff that he's talking about in his regular session, and you've been into many sessions, regular session, intensive sessions, intensive session, and personal meeting with Moksha Mukti. All the time he's speaking about pointing you to experience, recognize your true self, pointing you to experience, recognize the source or the quantum plexus. In there, that experience itself will cleanse the karma, either this life or the past life. You see, therefore Moksha Mukti is doing this regular session for many days, many months, many years, and then he does the intensive session, and then intensive retreat, and then personal meeting with Moksha Mukti. That is also retreat, and there is a retreat for a whole day, and there's a retreat for a whole week. All those retreats, all these sessions, all of them are pointing you to experience and recognize yourself. You're the source or the quantum plexus. In that recognition allows you to free from any karma, past karma or present karma. You see, as long as you're bound by thinking, as long as you are bound by within your conditioning, you are never free from the karma. You are creating new karma, whether good or bad now, and you are bound by the past karma from the previous life. Yes, Vivian, cause and effect, because something cause that has effect. But what Moksha Mukti is pointing, you can be free from that cause and effect. You see. Mehdi says namaste. Namaste, Mehdi. Nice to see you. How are you? Vivian says, what about the DNA karma that you inherit? Well, that's what just Moksha Mukti just pointed out, Vivian. You may have written that comment earlier, and Moksha Mukti has already said that, and so that Moksha Mukti has already answered your question. So thank you for asking questions. Thank you for sharing into different spiritual groups, because if you get something here, if you receive something, share it with others. Only by sharing, only by expressing this to others, your karma can be cleansed, because now you're creating good karma. You will say how the retreat works. Well, retreat is that. Retreat is retreating taking you all your attachment to the thinking, taking you away from your attachment to the thinking. That is retreat. In the society, in your work, in your profession, in the function in the society, in a group, you are constantly using your thinking or the thoughts, and you are giving attention, you are attaching to the thinking or thoughts. In a retreat, Moksha Mukti points you to detach or not attach to the thought, not attached to the conditioning of the thought, not attached to the thoughts, and that's the retreat. And that's what's happening here. And here Moksha Mukti only says 15 seconds or longer. In the intensive session we do it throughout, and the intensive session we do throughout in a short group, a small amount of people, and personal meeting, just you and Moksha Mukti, go deeper. You see, taking you away from the thinking, taking your attention away from the thinking, because through thinking you are bound by the karma. There is no other way. As long as thinking is involved, as long as you believe in the thinking, as long as you are attached to the thinking, you are bound by the karma. The karma that you create now and the past karma. And thinking, 90% of thinking allows you to create bad karma. So you are already bad in the situation. That's what Christians call you. Because just by being a human, you are a sinner. That's what Christians say, right? So because you have created many past bad deeds in the past karma, because through thinking, what happens? 90% of thinking are bad. 90% of thinkings are negative. So because you coming here, you have already done something bad. That's why Christians call you sinner. So you have already sinned as a human through your DNA, and that is coming to you, and that is getting it to you now. That's why you're in the situation that you are. And by thinking again, by taking action again, you are recreating more karma, bad karma, and you're going in a circle, never getting out of that. That's the wheel. It's a wheel of life. This is wheel turning and creating all these illusions. Michael Wadley says, do karma or past life affect your life now? Because the reason I ask, because I am physical handicapped, I can't walk. Well, that's what Moksha Mukti pointing here. Through your DNA, whatever you did in the past is stored in the DNA, and that allow you to be who you are today. In the reality, there is no problem, but the society said you are handicapped. Your handicap is stigma caused by the society. Well, physical level, whatever there is caused there, but it is a label. That physicalness labeled you, and say you are handicapped. You see, that's society labeled you, but in the reality there is no problem. And anyway, I've got to end this session quickly, because today is the Halloween, and so anyway, my daughter is home, so I have to take her to trick-or-treating soon, so I got to get ready that. I will speak to you again tomorrow. Thanks for all your questions, and I'll speak regarding this tomorrow also. Bless you all. Have a fabulous day. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.